Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the Philadelphia Eagles news. We start with the incredible insight from former coach Scott Loeffler, who revealed that Jalen Hurts is actually a super coachable, championship-type guy, and his experience working with Hurts was absolutely awesome. We break down what Loeffler has to say about the relationship and the fundamentals that helped build that success. Trade speculation surrounding star receiver A.J. Brown. We break down the reports suggesting the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots are already working on a deal to send A.J. Brown to the runners-up of the 2026 Super Bowl. And we tell you what ESPN's Jeremy Fowler thinks is the most likely outcome for the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles organization is navigating a period of transition following the firing of offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo, which highlighted existing friction between quarterback Jalen Hurts and the team, including head coach Nick Sirianni. Reports from team sources have suggested that Hurts is not always fully bought into the direction of the team, though this contrasts with the positive assessment from former position coach Scott Loeffler. Loeffler praised his time in Philadelphia, emphasizing a strong relationship with Hurts, describing him as a super coachable, championship type of guy, and stating that he was eager to refine Hurts' fundamentals for the new staff. Loeffler noted that Hurts is now fully integrated with the new coaching structure. Meanwhile, the NFL landscape continues to generate buzz. Statistically, Jalen Hurts holds a unique position as the only quarterback in NFL history to start at least 5 opening day games without a loss. Looking ahead, predictions for the 2026 season suggest the Eagles face significant challenges, with analysis pointing to potential turbulence stemming from personnel changes, including speculation about the A.J. Brown situation and the evolving role of the coaching staff. One projection suggests the Eagles could face a down year in 2026 as internal dynamics play out. On the defensive and personnel front, there is interest in developing pass-rushing talent, with film reviews highlighting players like Keyshawn James-Newby as a potential fit for the team's desire for explosive, undersized rushers. Furthermore, the interior offensive line depth remains a point of discussion, with reports pointing to internal development opportunities for players like Drew Kendall at center and guard. Beyond team news, the broader NFL scene is active. The 2026 schedule release points to a high-stakes matchup between the Eagles and the Seahawks in Week 15, framed as a clash between established talent and evolving coaching staffs. Other developments include the marriage of Eagles star A.J. Brown to Kelsey Riley and ongoing speculation regarding the performance of players like Malik Nabers for the Giants. The focus remains sharp on talent evaluation, coaching dynamics, and the team's trajectory moving into the next season. The Philadelphia Eagles face a significant roster decision heading into the 2026 offseason, with Grant Calcaterra identified as a potential cut candidate. Following the team's selection of Vanderbilt tight end Eli Stowers in the second round of the 2026 NFL Draft, uncertainty has emerged regarding the status of other tight end personnel. Bleacher Report writer Moe Motton named Calcaterra as one player on each NFL team facing potential cuts in the offseason for the Eagles. Despite signing a one-year extension, Calcaterra's roster security is in question, with Dallas Goedert positioned at the top of the Eagles' tight end depth chart and assuming Stowers develops into the primary backup role, Calcaterra is projected to fall into the third-string position. At 27 years old, this places him in jeopardy of losing his roster spot on a new contract. This situation highlights a dramatic shift in the tight end landscape for the Eagles. Calcaterra had significant hope after successfully replacing Goedert in the 2024 season following an injury. However, the preceding year brought substantial changes to the position. Goedert saw a resurgence in 2025, missing only 2 games and achieving a franchise record 11 touchdowns for a tight end. Conversely, Calcaterra struggled, being noted as one of the worst blocking tight ends in the NFL and inconsistent in the passing game. The Eagles now have a clear future at tight end with the addition of Stowers, as Goedert is expected to maintain the starting role for at least another year. Offensive coordinator Sean Mannion has bolstered the competition for the third-string role by signing Stone Smart and Johnny Munt in free agency, both recognized for their blocking tight end capabilities. Consequently, Calcaterra is facing a difficult challenge in training camp to secure his place on the roster, as indicators suggest he is becoming a player likely to be cut in 2026. The NFL is significantly expanding its holiday viewing presence with a packed 2026 Christmas schedule, featuring high-stakes playoff implications, historic rivalries, and potential January football previews. The schedule kicks off on Christmas Eve with the Houston Texans visiting the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field, followed by a tripleheader on Christmas Day featuring 2 games on Netflix and 1 on Fox, culminating in a premier NFC rivalry game. The schedule has been ranked from least to most compelling. The first game gains attention due to star power, featuring DeMeco Ryans returning to Philadelphia and Reed Blankenship, alongside the Texans, who remain a tough AFC team with playoff aspirations, though it lacks the intensity of the Christmas Day matchups. The Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears rivalry is positioned early, guaranteeing viewership due to its history, though it currently lacks the heavyweight status of the top contests. Chicago's recent rise under Ben Johnson has added intrigue. The AFC action escalates with the Buffalo Bills versus the Denver Broncos game. This matchup carries strong playoff rematch energy, headlined by Josh Allen, and Denver's continued ascent makes it a crucial measuring stick game, perfectly suited for a Christmas afternoon atmosphere. The crown jewel of the slate is considered the Los Angeles Rams versus Seattle Seahawks matchup. This battle pits the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks against Sean McVay's dangerous Rams. With a primetime Christmas night audience and the atmosphere at Lumen Field, this game carries significant postseason seeding implications, potentially featuring 2 NFC contenders battling for playoff positioning. This aggressive expansion confirms the NFL's commitment to maximizing holiday viewership, signaling no plans to slow down the holiday slate. The Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots are reportedly close to finalizing a deal involving star receiver A.J. Brown, with the expectation that he will be sent to the runners-up of the 2026 Super Bowl. Reports indicate that the 2 franchises have been engaged in negotiations over the past several months regarding the player's future. However, details surrounding the exact terms of the agreement remain uncertain. According to recent reports from ESPN, the situation appears to be solidifying in Philadelphia's favor. While the Eagles had hoped to secure more substantial assets, the current outlook suggests a more limited outcome. ESPN analyst Jeremy Fowler suggested that the deal is likely to involve only a single first-round pick, possibly as far out as 2028, stating, "My best guess is that they probably already agreed to something loosely. They can always tweak that or rework it, but they're probably getting a 1." Fowler added that the Eagles might need to be creative, potentially swapping mid to late round picks to improve the package, though there is no current indication that a veteran player will be included. The analysis suggests that the Eagles' position is relatively set regarding the trade. Speculation also exists regarding alternative scenarios, such as the Eagles sending Brown along with a 4th-round pick to the Patriots in exchange for 2 first-round picks or a first and a second. Nevertheless, Many questions persist regarding the final structure of the trade. Given that the current date is mid-May, industry observers anticipate that if a deal is imminent, it should materialize within the next few weeks. A.J. Brown, recognized as one of the NFL's premier receivers, finds himself in a complex situation heading into the next season. While he is expected to perform well in New England, questions remain regarding his attitude, as the Patriots are a capable team, though reports suggest they may be struggling and experiencing internal friction.